Good morning, my lovelies. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. It's a little later here. It's a rainy day in the Yucatan. I apologize for the horrible traffic noise. It always is louder when it rains. Donna's still asleep, so I'm not videotaping in the house. Today's video, I have decided, is about looking for the gift. I talked a little bit about that, I think in relationship to my accident in '08, but I don't know that I mentioned it as a gift necessarily. And oddly enough, it keeps coming up over and over, so I think it's something I need to talk about. I think Spirit is probably pushing me towards that more than I realize. It's a lesson I have learned over and over and over. And I keep flashing to on, I don't know if any of you ever watched Mr. Rogers, but he used to always talk about look for the helpers. And it's kind of the same thing. Like, you know, our gifts are our helpers along the way. Those things that we think are really, really difficult or really traumatic in our lives often can be some of our greatest gifts and can be some of our greatest teachers. It all depends on how we tend to think about them. And in the moment that we're going through it, of course, we're not looking for the gift. You know, we're having that experience. And so I'm not going to tell you like, oh, we'll shift your perspective in that moment. You have to have all the feelings. And even later when you're processing it, you have to have all the feelings about it. But as you've done the work and as you've moved through the feelings and as you're healing from it, start trying to figure out what is the lesson and what is the gift. Because there always is a lesson and there's always a gift that has been given to us in that lesson. Whether it's strength, whether it's about knowing ourselves more, it could be anything. And when we find that gift, when we find that lesson, and we hold on to that, we've grown. And through that growth, we become a little bit more of the person we're going to become. And that's why I often say now I would not go back and change one single thing about any of the experiences I've had in my life. Because every single experience I've had has shaped the woman I've become today. And I absolutely love the woman I've become. But it took a lot of pain and a lot of work to get to that place that I could say that. And I had to go through a lot of therapy, a lot of shadow work, a lot of meditation, a lot of tears, a lot of dealing with the trauma, a lot of cutting people loose, a lot of meditation, a lot of being in touch with Source, my spirit guides. So I will never lie and say any of that is easy, but once we're there, what a beautiful place it is to be when we know that, like, we don't have to have any regrets, you know, that we are who we are because of the experiences that we've had. And there are still parts of my life that I work on that with, right? Like, I know that I'm still learning and growing and having to come to acceptance about certain parts of my life, because if I wasn't doing that, I'd be dead. If I wasn't still learning and growing, my life would be over. And that's kind of the beauty of this path that we're on, is that we're always learning and growing, hopefully. hopefully. We're still always learning and growing. And we're still always pushing and challenging ourselves. So, that's really what I wanted to talk to you today about, is that once you're through the pain of whatever you're moving through, once you're through the initial shock of it, or the guilt of it, or whatever it is that you're going through, and it doesn't have to be a huge thing, but whatever it is that you're moving through in the moment, then you get to a calm place about it, then maybe you can focus on looking for what is the lesson and then what is the gift, because there always is one. And when you figure that out, hold that. Start creating a treasure box in your brain, if you will, or a shelf that you can place all those little gifts and make them kind of your place that you go on those rough days that you think that you don't have anything that makes you worthy. And you can look at those things, and those are the things that remind you that you are worthy, and that you are powerful, and that you have a lot to offer the world. Because I think all of us go through those days, I think that's pretty normal. I know some people who struggle less than others with it. Donna is one of those people who has some of the best self-confidence I've ever known. I struggle with self-confidence more than most, honestly, I think. I know it doesn't seem that way because I have this channel and I talk to you, but I am truly an introvert. I am a total INFJ. If you know anything about Myers-Briggs, I am very, very much an INFJ, and I am completely happy to be curled up by myself with a book and not have to engage with people a whole lot. So part of creating this channel and putting myself out there was a way for me to push my own boundaries and teach myself that I could engage with the world, and do something that is outside my comfort zone and create a better world, because I do see a need for something better, and use all those gifts that I've been given along the way. So, with that, look for the gift. And I would love to hear maybe some of your stories. They don't have to be anything deep and traumatic, but maybe just some kind of story of where you've been able to find the gift in your life, and where you've found your power. And if you're comfortable sharing that with me, I would love to know that about you. And a little bit about who you are. So, and then the other thing I wanted to talk about is this Friday, for sure, I will be starting up our Friday night lives again. And I do need at least 2 more mods, so we can kind of rotate people in and out. And I would like the opportunity for Violet, Rich, and I to have a chance to kind of discuss what that looks like for people with someone. So if you are interested, please email me at Gwen's One Precious Life, and that's one spelled out ONES, One's Precious Life at gmail.com. And I'm going to send you the link to my Discord, and I have a I will do a private conversation between you and Violet and myself, where we can actually, all three of us, discuss that together if you're interested in modding. And then we have our mods channel separate for mods to discuss whatever's gone on in chat, and if we need to tweak anything, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. I run everything very diplomatically. Violet Witch has been with me since the very beginning, so she's my administrator. She is my OG. If I get sick, she handles everything for me like she is me. She knows how I like things done. And so, of course, she's in on all the decision making because I trust her implicitly to know how I like things handled. And she makes decisions the way that I would want them done. So, with all of that said, please, anyone who's interested, feel free to give me an email and let me know, because we really do need moderators for our Friday Night Lives, and also for the Discord, because there are times that Violet can't, like right now, she's having some problems with her internet, and there are times that Violet just can't do it, and I need some help. It's hard on me to be on top of it all the time by myself. And my other moderator is really busy in her life right now because her husband had a back injury. So I need, 2, maybe 3 extra mods that are willing to kind of switch out so that you don't feel put upon yourself. So if you're willing to do that, let me know. And I'll end today with, I love you all truly. You are worthy of everything great in this world, as you know. We are all creations of the Divine Master. Please go out and do something kind. The power of a smile is amazing. I want to tell you a sweet, sweet little story that will talk about the power of kindness. The other day, Donna was taking a walk, and every time she takes a walk, she picks me a little flower and brings me a little flower home. I love flowers. And it doesn't have to be anything expensive or anything. She just picks me one. And so she was bringing me home a couple flowers the other day, and there was a little old man, and I think he probably has dementia. And here we have, a lot of the homes have driveways with security gates, and there was a little old man standing behind the security gate at a driveway, Mexican man, and he was just kind of staring out, looking a little bit sad. And Donna doesn't speak Spanish, and he didn't speak English, but as she walked by, she kind of smiled at him and handed him a flower. And his face just lit up with joy, and he said, "Oh, gracias, gracias, thank you." And he just shuffled in the house to show his family this beautiful flower. He put it to his nose and he smelled it. And he was so happy to get that flower. So you see, language, none of those things matter. Just a simple little act of kindness that doesn't cost anything can make all the difference for one person. So go out and be kind. Do something gentle, kind. Give a smile. Pick a flower. Do something. And just show some love to somebody. Just a simple kind of love. That's what we're put here for. And I love you all dearly. And I will talk to you later. You have a beautiful, beautiful day. God bless. Bye.